So, das mal stimmt auch alles mit der Aufnahme. Ich habe letztes Mal wieder geschafft, weil ich vorher ein Figurenvideo gemacht habe und da ist der Bildschirm kleiner, dass ich wieder einen Stream downloaden musste. Und danach natürlich in den normalen Folgen, die ich für Genshin bringe, wieder mein Bildchen oben links ist. Das habe ich wieder abgefuckt. Denke ich mir, nein, nicht schon wieder. Das ist mir jetzt zweimal in Folge passiert. Außerdem geht es bei Genshin eh nur um Spaß. Die wurde es bloß wegen DPS spielen, ist es sowieso. Ich meine, man soll Spaß daran haben. Hier geht's um Story.
This is the place that immediately came to mind when they hit. I came here to conduct some astral, but
Das hat man ja.
they were a group of treasure
Wird
holders.
es helfen?
Someone, however, I didn't know.
Was geschah dann?
Eventually, it took long. I don't know. I could have stepped in to help that family.
Deine Entscheidung war nicht falsch.
Would it have? Thank you for trying to comfort me, but I can't stop myself from thinking that way. It's just as the silly said. Turning back shouldn't be an option. However, I can't help but think about running away whenever I'm faced with a challenge.
Silvia, guten Abend. Wie ich gerade gesehen habe, kommt ja eine Einladung mit Kea. Das kommt ziemlich spät, finde ich. Ja gut, dafür gab es Kea einen Legendenauftrag, sowas in der Richtung ja am Anfang. Das hat er dazu gezählt, da gab es ja so ein Kapitel. Hinweis der Seele nachgehen und uns etwas ausruhen.
But what about my thesis? We still haven't found the Silly's answer yet.
So langsam. Am besten, du kümmerst dich erstmal nicht um die Abhandlung. Die Abhandlung kann ja nicht wichtiger als deine Gesundheit sein.
Sorry for causing you so much trouble.
Lass uns erstmal nach einem Ort suchen, dann wir ausruhen können.
Alright. I actually don't have much stamina. I've been stressed this whole time and I feel exhausted. I'm really sorry.
Oh, das ist ein schlechtes Ende, oder? Was? Ein nerviger Streich. Dann kommt das Story ab zu dir Honkai, keine Ahnung. Wenn's da ist. Sie schläft ja fast beim Reden. Ja, das ist ihre Art, aber ich mag sie irgendwie. Kann man am leichtesten Okeaniden besiegen mit Strom. Und Eis.
Let's stop here. I don't think I can walk any further.
Ich werde wieder hinten in Aranara rumsingt. Ich werde einige Gerichte und Saft vorbereiten. Vielleicht fällt er da runter.
I'm gonna give my legs a rest. I'll be waiting for you here. I feel bad for making you go through so much trouble for me. Oh, if only I were more capable.
Jeder hat sein eigenes Fachgebiet.
I'm sorry. I always find myself having to apologize. But enough of that. I need to pull myself together. The memories I've been reminded of are all really taxing. I cannot just give up this time, even if my head's not in a good place. Letting these heavy feelings get the best of me will only slow us down. Watch out! Behind you!
Was ist los? Pilze.
Monsters! A lot of them too. Why didn't we see them coming?
Überlass das mir, das ist ein Kinderspiel für mich.
No, I'll fight too.
Ja, nein, am besten du ruhst dich aus.
But I want to help. I can't just sit back and watch you while you fight. Don't worry, I can handle myself. I mustn't keep repeating my past regrets. That's the most valuable lesson I've learned today. I should take action when I'm needed and give it my all when the moment calls. If you miss those opportunities in life, you may never get another chance to make up for them.
Ich verstehe.
All right, let's take them all down.
Oh.
Quietly now.
Not now.
Warum greift... Hä, was war das jetzt?
Everyone hold hands. Don't be scared. Come on.
Aua, hast du nicht vorher sterben können?
Hey, with all my strength. Allow me.
Gotcha.
The night is cold. I really need to keep up with my training. It's embarrassing to be out of breath so quickly like this.
Alles in Ordnung?
Well, the only appropriate response would be to say that I'm fine, right? I'm pale due to lack of sleep, not because of the fight. But then again, I know you'd be able to see right through those words. Oh, I'm feeling weak. There's no hiding it. I'm just happy I didn't get in your way during the fight.
Du hast dich gut geschlagen.
Oh, thanks for the compliment. I sure don't get to hear that often. Although I may not be physically strong, my will is as resilient as they come. I'll be fine after I rest for a bit. Can you stay with me while I recover my energy? It shouldn't take long.
Kriegen wir jetzt Layla 2 zu sehen? Nee, das ist schon das Ende. Dass es sich nicht wiederholt. Trotz ihrer schlechten Verfassung beschloss sie, sich heranzuwagen. Vielleicht sollte sie etwas beweisen, aber vielleicht sollte sie kein Bedauern hinterlassen. Guten Abend, Klaus. Ja, das war jetzt nicht so das gute Ende. So, was haben wir hier? Verlegter Dialog. Das klappert hier, weil mein Mauspad weg ist, mein großes. Das ist traurig, wobei ich es eigentlich wieder hin tun hätte können. Ich habe nämlich gestern, ich bin früher heimgekommen, weil ich einen Termin hatte. Hab mir dann da einen Kaffee hergestellt, will dahinter lang, wollte was nehmen und hab meinen Kaffee umgeschüttet. Sehr geil. Das Sinnvolle dahinter, ich habe dann erstmal angefangen, alles zu putzen. Gut, ich habe dann irgendwann wieder abgebrochen, wie ich es immer mache, und habe dann dafür heute aber fast alles sauber gemacht. Damit mein Zimmer bereit ist für eine Roomtour mal wieder. Die ich seit bestimmten Monat machen will. Ich fange an das Aufräumen an, dann lasse ich wieder alles liegen und nach einer Woche schaut es wieder so aus wie vorher. Die kommt übrigens auf den Figurenkanal, ne, weil es hauptsächlich um die Figuren geht. Wobei ich mir überlegt bin, ob ich es aufteile zwischen Figuren und alles. Kaffeemaschine. Das ist einfach eine deutsche Gusto. Die, was ich habe, die gibt es heutzutage eh noch. Da gibt es wieder viel fanzigere deutsche Gusto Kaffeemaschinen. Na, da schreibt ihr Fragen auf und steckt sie in das Buch.
Finally.
Und was machen wir jetzt? Bla bla
I'll come
bla.
back tomorrow.
Okay.
I see. All right then. look.
Die Kaffeemaschine neben dir? Was brauche ich eine Kaffeemaschine in meinem Zimmer?
There's a red stamp on it.
Die ist die Erleichterung
The
anzusehen.
silly this is wonderful. My troubles are at an end. I can't even begin to express how grateful I am. Let's take a look at what. Thank you.
Okay, das kennen wir ja alle schon.
However, consider the what? It's absolutely right, but I'm running out of.
Vielleicht willst du dich damit nur an der Nase rumführen.
Good point. Why else would it use such a roundabout way to tell me its answer? Supposedly, everyone who's been pranked by the silly had angered it in some way. That means the silly is someone who's very strict and serious about knowledge. But who knows if it's really a silly or some person.
Wichtig sind die Zeitkosten.
True. And if I don't get an answer, then I'll only have wasted more time. But there's nothing else we can do. It's the one holding all the cards. It's completely hidden and can choose whether to help us or not. After all, it'd probably be impossible to find it and ask my question in person.
Das wäre eine Möglichkeit.
Huh? I was just kidding. Oh, please don't take me seriously. It's a silly we're talking about. According to legend, sillies are elusive and can create countless copies of themselves. Who's to say that it won't summon a shooting star to crush us once we find it?
Was? Okay, denk nochmal genau drüber nach, was du gesagt hast.
Sorry. I'm just a little panicky.
Ja, fällt nicht auf.
Okay, Layla. Calm down and think. If the silly is a person, then there has to be a way to track them down. We have two possible leads right now. The first is the checkout logs of those two books, and the other is the red stamp. The red stamp bears the Retawahist emblem, which is used by a lot of people. It'll be hard to track down an individual, so we should probably start with the checkout logs.
Ich bin gerade echt überrascht, Alter, was sie da raushaut. Einverstanden, das klingt logisch.
Let's go and make an inquiry.
Man merkt halt auch, warum sie an der Akademie
Also
ist.
ask around the house of Dana and see if anyone else knows something about the wisdom silly.
So, Benne nicht auf Level 90, das sollte doch eigentlich klar sein. So, erzähl, was geht ab?
Hi there. Do you know anything about the wisdom silly?
Yes, of course. I've been looking into it for quite a while now. However, I feel like I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Hey, maybe if we put our heads together, we can figure something out.
Sure. I'll try my best.
There are a few known traits of the wisdom silly. First, it's extremely strong. It can easily carry a few dozen books, along with 4 or 5 pieces of astrology equipment all at once.
Was?
It's extremely athletic as well. It only moves in a straight line and doesn't stop for anything, not even walls or rivers. Lastly, it has a number of special abilities. It has a hardened metal body that's impervious to injury. It can freeze water into ice, and it can also summon meteors.
Glaubt die das wirklich? Was zur Hölle redet die da?
That doesn't even sound human.
Klingt wie die Hauptfigur einer Superheldengeschichte.
Well, it is a legend after all. It's no surprise that some details seem a little exaggerated.
Ein wenig Romantik, Alter, du wachst da einfach zu einem super Überwesen. Es kann durch Wände gehen und ist aus Stahl und keine Ahnung was nicht alles.
But these aren't just made up, you know. Each of its abilities has been confirmed by eyewitnesses.
Was?
There have been many sightings too, including at Chatrakam Cave, the Avidia Forest, and around the waterfall south of Sumeru City.
Seid ihr euch sicher, dass ich nicht einfach nur zu viel gekifft habe?
Has anyone seen what it actually looks like? Or what kind of person it is?
Not that I know of. No one's been able to get close to it. It seems like it tries to stay out of sight. I would probably want to remain a mystery too, if I were someone as legendary as the Wisdom Sealy. So what do you make of it? Have you seen it somewhere as well?
No. We're probably gonna need some time to digest all the, incredible information you've provided us.
Not a problem. But if you manage to find anything, be sure to come and tell me about it. I trust that you'll quickly discover the excitement of slowly unraveling the truth.
Alter, du erfindest einfach nur mehr dazu. Warum hast du Bennett an Level 50 gemacht? Ganz einfach, um den einzigen Nutzen aus Bennett ziehen zu können. Und das ist die Wünsche, die man alle 20 Dinger bekommt.
Hi there. Have you heard of the legend of the Wisdom Sealy?
Do I really look like the kind of student that would be interested in such a pointless legend?
Ja.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were just curious.
Well, I do happen to have some information on it.
Oh, bin ich der sich dafür interessiert? Okay, aber ich habe Sachen für dich. Doch gleich sagen können.
Huh? Logically, that has nothing to do with the question I asked. I just don't want others to see me as some poor excuse for a student, whiling away my time in the House of Dana.
I don't really think bad students would come to the House of Dana to pass the time. But anyways, you were saying?
Well, I spend most of my time here, and I have noticed something odd before. One time, late at night, a black shadow fell from above and landed in the central area of the House of Dana. Of course, I was a little sleepy at the time, but it startled me, and I got up to see what was going on.
And then what happened?
Then, the shadow quickly circled behind me with incredible speed. Just as I tried to turn around to get a look at it, I fainted.
Klingt nach einem ziemlich starken Schatten.
Yes, it was unbelievably fast. I had never seen anything like it. It was so unusual that I wasn't sure if it was real or if I was half dreaming. But given how popular the legend of the Sealy has become lately, maybe this has something to do with it.
Mission Impossible, Laylas Style.
Don't take this the wrong way, but doesn't the House of Dana have a door?
It was closed that night. I suppose even the House of Dana needs to be closed for maintenance from time to time.
I see. That makes sense. But what were you doing here if the House of Dana was closed?
Don't look so surprised. It's a common practice to find a place to hide before they lock the doors, so you can continue reading books here.
Was, ihr versteckt
Everyone knows that.
Ihr versteckt euch irgendwo, damit ihr nachts hier eingesperrt werdet, um weiterzulesen? Alter, was zur Hölle? Verdammte Streber. Das Studium klingt so anstrengend, zum Glück bin ich hier kein Student.
Anyway, thank you for the info. I'll be sure to take note of everything you mentioned.
Da kommst du abends rein, sind 200 Studenten drin, die wo sich in irgendwelche Ecken versteckt
You're
haben.
welcome.
Das ist auch geil. Ich weiß gar nicht, wo man sich hier so großartig verstecken kann. Wobei der Raum aber auch ziemlich groß ist, da kann man schnell mal. Ja gut, hinter den Pflanzen vielleicht. Erzähl, kann auch noch Laserstrahlen
Hello
schießen.
there. Can I help you?
Hello. I'm a Retawahis student and would like to see the checkout logs for theoretical astrology and a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
Oh, are you also here to investigate the Retawahist Wisdom Sealy legend?
Also? I suppose it makes sense that we're not the only ones investigating such a popular legend.
Yes, I myself am also quite curious about it. But unfortunately, I haven't found anything out of the ordinary. Given you're a Retawahist student, I'm sure you know that a lot of research references these two books. All our copies of these particular titles are frequently checked out. I have looked into it, but found no irregularities in the checkout logs.
Is there any chance the Sealy could have taken the books out and returned them without being noticed?
Not likely. That would be almost impossible. The House of Dana is extremely strict about the circulation of its books. There will always be a record if a book is checked out. And even if it managed to figure out a way to take the books without leaving any record, it's possible that someone would come looking to borrow the books before the Seelie returned them. If someone discovers that a book is missing or that it doesn't match my inventory records, it would come to my attention immediately. However, it might be possible to pull off in the case of a less popular book.
Okay, I understand now, thank you. This is useful to know. With any luck, it'll help us work out the Seelie's identity. Okay,
Ja.
everyone's given us a lot of useful information. Let's go through it and try to organize everything. Some things we heard were pretty straightforward, but others were just, ridiculous.
Du findest bestimmt heraus, wer und wo sie ist.
Yeah. Let me think and see what I can make of it. Okay, calm down, Layla. I know the info's all over the place, but you can definitely do it. First, let's try to figure out the Seelie's identity based on the clues we currently have. Then, we'll analyze where it's been sighted and its motives. Finally, we'll piece everything together.
Ja, sie wirkt halt, sie ist schon halt echt schlau, Mann. Sie ist halt nicht umsonst da, wenn sie nur mehr Selbstvertrauen hätte.
From there,
Und mehr schlafen
we
würde.
should be able to predict its movement. Alright, let's give it a try.
Hey, ich dachte, sie soll das machen. Warum mache ich das jetzt? Schatten, das Superkraft der Weisheit zählt, der Sichtungsort. Interpretieren.
It once infiltrated the House of Dana while it was closed. Book circulation is strictly regulated, and there is a log of anyone who checks out a book.
Wahre Identität der Weisheit zählen?
The stamp. Which probably means they're a Ratawahis student. I think I heard somewhere that it has a lot of ridiculous abilities.
Dann schön, dass du da warst, Pommes. Sichtungsort.
It's been to the Chatrakam Cave, the Avidia Forest, and the waterfall south of Sumeru City.
Ein Text aus dem Assoziation auszulösen. Nee. Ah. Warte, was kam jetzt dazu? Verhaltenslogik.
Okay, I think I've got it now.
Lass uns hören, zu welchem Ergebnis du gekommen bist.
First, based on the information Katayun provided, we can assume that the Seelie is a student from the Ratawahis Darshan. The possibility of it being someone outside the Darshan can be ruled out because it'd be impossible to gain access to those two books without going through the librarian. Next, leaving its crazy abilities aside, all the sightings took place in locations that are officially recommended for astrology observation by the academia. In other words, it's probably just conducting research, and the nature of its research is very similar to mine. The question that I submitted was no simple query, but it was able to give me a reply in just a day. This implies that it's familiar with a similar field of knowledge. So based on this reasoning, all we have to do is wait for it at the next astrological observation site.
Mit einem solchen Talent kannst du deine Arbeit sicher fertigstellen.
It's nothing, really. There are actually some other factors that I've been speculating about. But that's not important right now. Let's get going. Even though we have a lead, it's still hard to say whether we'll be able to make any discoveries. I'll tell you what I mean by that if the Sealy doesn't show up.
There's really no need to fight over such paltry
Hä? Oh, geh doch da
Take it
hoch.
easy.
Hä? Och. Die Wahrheit über sie. Ist das der Ausgang? Nee. Der Palast. Ich stelle mir vor, die Alte in der Ecke sitzen und lesen, irgendwie knuffig. Freiwillige Nacht in den Bereich sich einsperren lassen, klingt nach einem König der Strichwort. Das auf jeden Fall. Hä? Alter, wo muss ich denn hin? 682? Alter, das ist da drüben. Ja, ist mir schon klar, ich habe das auch schon mal erwähnt, dass sie 2 Persönlichkeiten hat.
We should be able to see more from up above, but how do we get up there? Let's try using the elemental monuments in the area.
Können wir nicht auch einfach den platt machen?
Busted.
Oh, schade, so hoch komme ich dann gar nicht. Mist.
Committed to memory.
Oh. Ja, das war nur mehr. Oh, da ist noch eins. Oh, die hören ja wieder auf. Schweinerei. Ja, da ist auch so ein Adernader-Spackel. Da.
The weather today is perfect for observation. Let's see if it shows up. Honestly, spending an entire night waiting for something that we're not sure is gonna happen might not be the best use of our time. But we don't really have any choice. This is all we've got. Get some sleep if you're tired. I'll be up. It's not like I could sleep anyways.
Ich werde mit dir aufbleiben.
Thanks. Oh, how about I share some basics about astrology with you? If you're interested, that is. Sure enough, it didn't show up. We hardly saw any animals, let alone people. No matter how conclusive the evidence is or how perfect our reasoning may be, nothing will happen as long as I'm awake.
Meinst du die Weisheitsseele oder den Segen der Sterne?
They're probably one and the same. It's like I told you, I have a severe sleeping disorder, and there have been a lot of rumors about me sleepwalking. I tried to understand what I had been doing when I'm unconscious, but I've never been able to get any definitive evidence. Something is actively attempting to cover up all the clues without my knowing. Maybe that something is me. Or maybe it isn't. For all I know, I could even be the Sealy. But what if I am? Would the Sealy be willing to help me this time? What is it actually thinking? I
Vielleicht kann ich dir helfen.
Huh? You want to help me? Of course it would be nice to know what's really going on. But that's impossible. It's always avoiding me and keeping me in the dark. And that won't change even if you're around.
Sie scheint die Wahrheit wissen zu wollen. Ich sollte besser einen Weg finden, die andere sie direkt zu fragen.
Huh? What's wrong?
Nichts, vielleicht ist es unmöglich. Dieses Mal kommen wir wohl nicht weiter. Das war Zeit. Nun, vielleicht ist es wirklich unmöglich.
Yeah. And to think I could have been working on my thesis this whole
Ja.
time. My stomach is churning just thinking about it.
Jetzt kannst du deine Abhandlung wirklich nicht mehr fertigstellen.
Please stop. The more you talk about it, the more silly I feel. Oh, come on, Layla. What are you doing? Everyone's gonna start thinking you're crazy now. Oh no. I'm losing it. So dizzy.
Entschuldige, dass ich dir das zumute. Oh, jetzt kommt das andere Ich raus, oder?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted there. Where were we?
Hat sie sich wieder erholt? Bedeutet das?
Oh, what's wrong? You look like you've got something on your mind.
Bist du die andere Layla?
What are you talking about? What do you mean the other Layla? I am Layla.
Könntest du bitte unser Gespräch wiederholen?
Fine. It appears that you were waiting for me to show up. I suppose there's no use in me pretending. I promise I don't mean any harm and I'll answer all your questions. But before that, would you mind telling me who you are first?
Ich bin ein Freund von Layla. Ich versuche Elfie dabei, ihre Abhandlung fertigzustellen.
Let me think. Okay, I got it. You two found this place by following the hints that I left behind. You were planning to wait for me. Or I should say you were waiting for the Sealy to show up.
Das wirkt halt so falsch, wenn du so viel von ihr schon gehört hast, wie sie redet und wie sie sich verhält. Das wirkt einfach komplett falsch.
Was this your idea or hers?
Sie hat mich hierher gebracht.
I see. Yes, she's always had great analytical skills. It'd be nice if she was more confident, though. All right. That's all the questions I have. Your turn. Please ask away.
Warum hast du dich in den Dänerpalast geschlichen? Warum gibt es Gerüchte, dass du eine besondere Kräfte hast?
Infiltrating the House of Dana was a total accident. She'd forgotten an important book, and the House of Dana happened to be closed at the time. There were only days before the paper was due. I had no choice but to scale the walls with some simple climbing ropes and sneak in from above while the core 30 wasn't paying attention. I had no idea there was still a student inside. I had no choice but to put him to sleep. Any clear evidence of my existence would only hinder my ability to conceal my identity. It would also expose me to Layla as well. As for the special powers, well, they're just things I did during the process of trying to finish the thesis. It's like I said, I don't have much time, so I need to be as efficient as possible.
Du bist die Seele, nicht wahr?
That's right. Though I didn't intend for it to turn out this way, really. I just wanted to help out a few other classmates who were having a hard time while I was helping Layla finish her thesis. You see, Layla doesn't have many friends at the academia. If the others noticed her helping them out, I thought maybe I'd help her become more sociable. Unfortunately, that didn't really work out. Instead, legends of the Sealy started going around. But that's alright.
Warum spielt die Seele denn den Leuten Streiche?
I can instantly tell which students are asking serious questions and which are just trying to take advantage of me to slack off. My time to move freely is quite limited, so it's only natural that I would punish the people attempting to waste my time. My intention is to help people. I'm not here to cause any harm. Well then, does that answer all your questions?
Eine letzte Frage. Wieso willst du nicht, dass ich von dir weiß?
You see, her emotions are incredibly unstable. She's constantly doubting herself. If she knew that there's another Layla who is capable of doing everything, she may think even less of herself. She could think, maybe I should just leave it all to her. I'm always relying on her anyway. Why not let her live my life for me?
Oh ja, das hört sich leider genauso an, was sie sagen würde.
She might start thinking about giving up completely, and that's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do for her. After all, she and I are one and the same. We're two sides of the same coin. No one knows her greatest strength more than I do. It's her resilience. If she's able to persevere in everything she does, then one day she won't need my help anymore. I trust that she's capable of doing that, and it's something that she should do on her own.
So ist es also.
She actually discovered the key data she needs for her thesis a long time ago. She just didn't organize it well enough. I'll complete her thesis for her just as I have in the past. Oh, please don't share any of this with her. I would like to keep this a secret for both of our sakes.
Ich verstehe.
Thank you for doing this for me. No, for us. She seems to be waking up now. Well, this is goodbye. If we never meet again, then I guess I did something right. Huh? Did I faint? Or did I fall asleep?
Alles gut, du hast nur geschlafen.
Oh, I see. Was I sleepwalking? I was, wasn't I?
Ich würde sagen, das hast du nicht.
Really? I don't believe you. You're hiding something from me. It's written all over your face.
Wirklich nicht.
You said you were gonna help me, didn't you? Why are you holding out on me now? Please tell me. You promised you'd help.
Oh. Oh, das macht mich jetzt fertig. Jetzt ist es stinkig. Oh. Das Unaussprechbare. Die Abredung mit ihr einzuhalten bedeutet, eines ihrer gegebenen Versprechen zu brechen. Das ist in der Tat eine heikle Situation. Oh Mann. Haben wir die 3 erreicht? Okay, jetzt müssen wir dann was anderes machen. Der schläfrige Stern. Jetzt fange ich nicht mit der Einleitung an. Los, lass mich rein. So, Layli.
Oh, we meet again. Sorry, but
Was ist los?
I was originally looking up some information at the house of Dana, but the more I read,
Ach so, ja, kennen wir.
I
Los.
should have been done with the
Eigentlich wolltest du
well,
da.
I should
Kopf hoch, so
probably
schlimm ist es doch
notify
nicht.
To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Lack of sleep hindered. I've seen the caliber. Oh, if it wasn't for some.
War es ein großes Pilzbestien-Ältester? Was?
Huh? Oh, what's that? A fungus with a long beard? There's no such thing. Though, if there were, I'd love to give it a pat or two. This might sound strange, but I actually don't know who's been helping me. I don't even know if they're a person or not. Due to my luck.
So ernst?
But that's not. I really don't know what's going. Maybe the stars above decided to help out after
Ich möchte auch so eine Fähigkeit.
But there's no point in me studying at the academia if I keep relying on this mysterious phenomenon. It comes down to my own efforts, improving one step at a time. How else can I honor my parents and live up to... Oh no.
Okay.
Yes, but if you want its help, all you have to do is write down your question and you'll get a response a short while later.
Oder ist es vielleicht ein Gelehrter, der anonym bleiben möchte?
No one knows who or but getting an all I can do.
Das ist doch alles noch dasselbe. Wo kommt denn die Kreuzung? Es kann sich ganz auf eine verdächtige Legende zu verlassen.
You're right. I need to keep a level head. I don't have time to waste. But what do we do from here? I can't just go back and start packing to leave.
Ruh dich erstmal aus.
Rest? But my deadline's just around the corner.
Besser rasten als hasten.
I don't think I can afford to rest right now.
In deinem Zustand bringst du doch nichts zustande, Alter. Das soll man nicht sagen.
You do have a point. Oh, sorry. I tend to panic easily, as you can see. Then how should I rest? I definitely won't be able to sleep. As soon as I close my eyes, all kinds of thoughts start floating into my head.
Ich lese grundsätzlich als erstes bei Pupser Café. Pustpa Kaffeehaus.
Oh, that's a good idea. A cup of coffee might help clear my head. Let's go.
Das Pupser Café, ja. Eieiei. Vor allem war ich so, hä? Und dann, achso, warte. Achso, das ist das da. Ich war jetzt beim anderen. Aber das war, glaube ich, eine Bar, ne?
Let's sit down here and have some coffee and sweets. It'll help me put my thoughts together. No. We're here to rest. My problems will have to wait for now.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Huh?
Hallo, darf ich wissen, wer du bist?
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi.
Du schaust aus, wenn du was vorhättest oder irgendwie angepisst bist. Oder siehst du auf Krawall aus?
We just submitted our theses and we're totally beat. Everyone will be meeting here to celebrate. Seeing how relaxed you look, you must have already had your thesis finished ages ago.
Oh, no, I'm actually having a lot of trouble with it.
You say that every time we talk, but you've never missed a deadline. Not only that, your papers are always well written and thorough. Your advisor is constantly praising your work. Yet you're always going around saying stuff like, I can't make it, I don't understand, I'm super worried. That kind of talk doesn't reflect your work at all, you know.
Well,
Was hast du eigentlich gegen Layla?
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. It's one thing that she's not willing to help us, but she doesn't even bother showing up for our discussion meetings. Every time we come to see her, she looks out of sorts and on the verge of a breakdown. It's not like we can't finish our own theses without her, but no one wants to always see her this way.
I know. Sorry.
Du musst lernen, die Entscheidung der anderen zu respektieren. Du zwingst Layla nur deine Meinung auf.
Whatever. There's no point in starting an argument here.
Ja, deswegen bist du überhaupt nicht rübergekommen. Wie wäre es dich, wenn ich mit meiner Faust ins Gesicht hau? Ein Schuhabdruck wäre auch echt schön in deinem Gesicht.
If you think she can justify her behavior, then that's your opinion.
Ja, und deine interessiert einen Scheiß.
Thanks
Boah, ich bin
for
jetzt schon angepisst
standing
wegen
up
dir.
for me. I really want to help the others, but most of the time I'm barely scraping by myself.
Das ist wegen des
There's
Segens.
very little I can help with.
Wegen des Segens der Sterne.
Yeah, I can't ever tell my classmates about that. I'd be a mess if they ever reported it to my advisor. It's really just a big misunderstanding, and there's nothing I can do about it. Everyone just gives me weird looks and judges me. It's making it really difficult to find friends.
Ja, so eine dämliche Bitch brauchst du nicht als Freundin.
It's actually pretty rare for someone to actively engage in a conversation with me, like you do.
Ich kann mich ein wenig in deine Situation einfühlen.
Huh? What do you mean?
Du glaubst, dass der Segen der Sterne irgendeine externe Kraft ist, die nicht deiner Kontrolle unterliegt. Nur wenn du dich selbst verbesserst und dich nicht mehr auf deine äußere Kraft verlässt, kannst du auch diesen Teufelskreis ausbrechen.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Seems you know just as well as I do. The thing is, I'm terrible under pressure. That's just my nature. Even the thought of everyone's expectations back home is enough to make me feel nervous.
Und deswegen solltest du bei sowas immer fuck it denken, Alter. Das ist nicht dein Problem, sondern den von anderen. Beleidigung zensieren, nö. Ich kann dich zensieren.
And the more nervous I get, the worse things become around me. Take what Munira just said, for example. I don't think I'll be able to get it out of my mind for the entire day. That means I won't be able to relax at all today.
Alternativ kannst du einfach die direkte Konfrontation suchen. Solltest du nicht noch gründlicher entspannen?
Completely relaxed? But we're at a cafe. Is this not relaxing enough?
Das Studium ist nur ein Teil des Lebens.
I know, but... Alright, no more buts. My life is a mess because of the decisions I've made for myself. I should listen to your advice this time. How do I completely relax?
Da du auf dem Land geboren wurdest, sollten wir die Stadt Sumeru verlassen und die Landschaft betrachten.
Sightseeing. That does sound pretty nice. I haven't set foot outside the academia in quite a while. I used to enjoy visiting the rainforest, but it's been a while since I've been there. Maybe a lot has changed. Okay, why don't we go there and take a look?
Wie galant. Ja, ich wollte in die Kamera schauen und mir rein in den Mund schmeißen und dann treffe ich halt. Na super. Das ist ein Talent, das ich habe. Sowas teilt sich wird oder ist schlecht. Wenn sie schon so viel redet, kann man dem aus was mampfen. Halt, warte mal, ich soll ja in den Wald. So diese komischen kleinen, wie heißen die Dinger eigentlich? Fruchtkaramell. Ich glaube Pfennig-Kaugummi oder so hat man auch dazu gesagt. Oder irgendwas sowas. Oder Pfennigbonbons. Ich finde die sau geil. Hat sowas von nicht geklappt. Ja, wir sollten uns auf dem Land entspannen. Erstmal überall Viecher und Monster außenrum. Und warum eigentlich mitten auf eine Insel, wo man durchs Wasser muss?
Even the air here feels more relaxing. I just want to forget about the thesis altogether. I'm just kidding. Knowing me, I'd only be able to forget about it for a little while. This doesn't count as trying to avoid my problems, does it?
Weil Lösung von Problemen ist der Gemütszustand ebenso wichtig wie die Effizienz.
That's quite the legitimate excuse. No, it's more of an explanation. Even I'm starting to get bolder with my words. I grew up in a place like this, looking into the distance now with the breeze in my face makes me feel like a kid again. Oh, those were the happiest days.
Was hast du damals normalerweise gemacht? Wahrscheinlich ausgeschlafen.
I had a bunch of friends back then, and we would go pick wild berries in the woods. No matter what ingredients we found, we would cook them over a fire, and whoever lost one of our games would have to eat all of it.
Warte, was? Wir entzündeten ein Lagerfeuer, warfen alles hinein, was wir gefunden hatten und resteten es zusammen. Derjenige, der bei unseren Spiele dann verloren, musste das ganze Zeug essen. Was? Was ist das für ein Spiel, Alter? Oh, Junge, Giftpilz, schmeiß wieder den Ding. Klingt ein bisschen gruselig.
No, it wasn't that bad. It really depended on how lucky you were. Grilled apples and sunsettias are actually quite delicious.
Essen für ein Picknick.
Sure. I haven't done that in ages. Let's go.
Ich hab Giotto. Verdammt, du hast gewonnen. Giottos sind geil.
Peaches
So
were
teuer,
the
aber geil.
most popular fruits back then. Oh, and of course, grilled fish is delicious too. Oh, fish skin releases oils while cooking, which drip into the fire and cause it to burn even brighter.
Ach, deswegen sind wir hier. Ist alles voll. Die Layla was von deinen Snacks. Die kann sich jedes Snacks das gerade selber sammeln. Dafür sind wir ja hier. Mitten irgendwo im Nirgendwo in einem Wald auf einer Insel.
But we would always get yelled at by the grown-ups if they caught us sneaking into the river to catch fish. What's the big deal? We just want to swim. That's what we used to say. But now that I think about it, it really was quite dangerous. Thank goodness nothing bad ever happened. I think we found enough now, don't you?
So?
Alright, these should be enough.
Wir könnten dann auch noch den Storch schlachten. Den... Kranich? Keine Ahnung, das Vieh da hinten halt, das Chicken Wing.
There's nothing like the smell of fresh ingredients.
Fischreihe.
They already smell delicious. I'll be here cleaning the ingredients. Can you please fetch some firewood for us?
Warum ist er denn jetzt auf der anderen Seite? Ich bin ja Natur pur. Aus dem Baum säen, am besten noch dann 10 Jahre warten und Nüsse ernten. Soll ich jetzt eigentlich Holz sammeln oder soll ich Gegner kalt machen? Was ist denn jetzt los?
Quietly now.
Achso, das Zeug liegt da. Nicht die Hillichos. Wann beginnt das Sommer-Event? Weiß ich gar nicht. Warte. In 3 Tagen? Oh, das ist ja nächste Woche schon soweit. Oder? Schon, ja. Wenn im August dann der Patch 4.0 kommt. Stimmt, 4 Tage. Dienstag ist ja dann immer nichts mehr und Mittwoch ist dann der große Tag. Layla, ich hab alles dabei. Mit Layla habt ihr ein Feuer gemacht und ein leckeres Essen genossen. Gegossen, wollte ich jetzt schon lesen.
Fresh food is the best. I feel like I've traveled back in time. We all used to run around in the woods when we were kids. Trees and mud was the world we knew best. It doesn't matter how long I'm away from the forest, I won't ever forget the feeling of running through the trees.
Running through the trees. Da hab ich so eine Can dabei.
Oh, how about you? Can you relate to that feeling? It's almost like not knowing the world will change or ever expecting it to change.
Sowas kenne ich nicht, schließlich bin ich ein Abenteurer.
Whatever the case, it's a very warm feeling. In the end, I passed the admissions exam, and the life I had led came to an abrupt end. Later, as I sat in a lecture at the academia, my mind started to wander and I began to think about home. It was then that I realized how long it had been since I went back. I can't go back anymore. And other similar thoughts started to come to mind. I guess I'm still not used to being in the academia yet.
Jeder Lebensabschnitt folgt einer Bestimmung.
You're right. So we should let go of the past. I suppose this is also part of growing up. But reminiscing about the carefree life of being a kid sure works wonders for the mind. You start missing those moments once you leave them behind, and that's part of moving forward. From now on, I'd like to cherish every single day of my life, even when it's not the smoothest of rides.
Alles wird gut, du kannst das.
I'll take the compliment. A little bit of sugar and a good view really go a long way for relaxation. I thought it'd be impossible for me to enjoy something like this. I thought I'd never be able to get my mind off my thesis. But now, I feel like I'm fully enjoying myself. It's really great. So, what are we doing next?
Wir müssen doch nicht immer alles planen. Gehen wir doch einfach mal spazieren.
You're right. I've been doing research for so long that I'm used to having a certain routine. A carefree stroll. I like the sound of that.